Hello everyone and welcome to the EHF Europa Cup group stage draw for season 37. First of all, Happy New Year and I wish you all the best throughout the 2023. Be healthy, stay safe and best of luck in hat trick of course, and I wish you to achieve all your objectives for the year, and hopefully it will be a successful year for every one of us. With this, it's time to start the procedure for the group stage draw for the EHF Europa Cup season 37. And as always, before we start, we'll go through the procedure with the draw. I will briefly remind you all of the format of the tournament. Of course, as always, we have 32 teams participating in the competition. For the draw, the teams are split into 4 drawing pots, eight teams in each drawing pot, and the teams are being split into the drawing pots according to their EHF ratings. The EHF ratings are being calculated based on the last 5 performances of each team in the EHF club competitions. Of course, the EHF Pseudo Champions League gives a little bit more points than the EHF Europa Cup because it's a more difficult tournament and you need to go through the Europa Cup in order to qualify for the Champions League, but we'll talk about this in just a second. As I said, the 32 teams will be split into 8 groups. Each group will have 4 teams, and the procedure with the draw will be like we'll be drawing one team from the first drawing pot into group A, then we'll draw one team into group D, and then after we finish with the first drawing pots, all of the groups will have one team in it, and and afterwards we'll move on to the second drawing pot where we'll draw one team into each group, then the third drawing pot, and finally the fourth drawing pot. The teams will play one game against each other in the group stage, and the first 2 teams will advance to the round of 16, where they will play against each other according to the scheme which could be found on the EHF website. Um, you can see it on your screens. It's ehf.football, and football, it's not spelled like the English word, but it's spelled a little bit differently. But still, you can go ahead and visit that website on the EHF Europa Cup page, and then go to the draw section where you'll find out the scheme for the knockout stages. Also, it's worth mentioning that the teams which qualify for the quarterfinals will automatically be promoted to the EHF Pseudo Champions League next season and will be able to compete with the best teams in the EHF club competitions. And the teams which get knocked out before that stage will be able to play in the Europa Cup next season as well. Of course, the matches will be played as friendly matches, regular friendly matches, and they will be arranged automatically by the EHF website. Therefore, you had to register through the site before, because this way we can organize the matches for you. There are no limitations for head stats in this competition, so of course you can rotate your squad and play your best players in order to win it, but of course you need to find that balance between the friendly matches and your league matches, because the league matches are important as well. Also, the finalists of this tournament will qualify for the EHF Super Cup, where the awards will be distributed. The EHF Super Cup is a hat trick tournament. It's not played through a regular friendlies. It's a hat trick tournament. And in the EHF Super Cup participate the finalists of the EHF Europa Cup and the finalists of the EHF Pseudo Champions League. It's a random draw, 4 teams in one knockout stage tournament. There are two semifinals, and then a final, which is played in the first 2 weeks of the regular season. And of course, the Europa Cup starts next week and will finish on the final weekend of the regular season. Matches will be played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And of course, there are some nice prizes for the Super Cup, which are donated by our sponsor, Sir Ragnar from Denmark, who is donating 35 credits for both Super Cup semi-finalists, 6 months of silver supporter for the silver medalists, and 6 months golden supporter for the winner of the Super Cup. Of course, as each EHF tournament, if you manage to win the Europa Cup or the Super Cup or the EHF Pseudo Champions League, you will be receiving a real trophy through the post. It will be delivered to your address. But enough said about the format of the competition. Now it's time to move on to the first drawing pot, where we'll find all of the top 8 teams from the competition, the 8 teams with the best EHF ranking. I will go through them. Of course, first of all, I want to apologize if I'm pronouncing the names incorrectly, but yeah, bear with me. So on the first place, we have Castanene Demenziale from Canada. Then we have FK Tuva from Latvia. We have Olympic Marseille from Cyprus. We have the Big Black Violators from England. We have myself with FC Tortellona from Bulgaria. We have Geochatnik from Serbia. Legio I Germanica from Norway, and CFKA El Oliver from Ireland. And as you can see, all the teams are on the wheel on the left hand side of your screens, and we'll go spinning the wheel throughout the whole drawing process, and a team will be drawn this way. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel and see which team will go into Group A. And it's going to be the 8th placed CFKA from Ireland. I'll just go like this and copy the team name, and get it into the table. So there you have it. The first drawn team is the Irish CFK El Oliver. Next up, let's see the second drawn team, and that's a close one, and it's Castanelle Dementiale from Canada. So we're starting with the bottom placed team in the first drawing pot, and then the top placed team in the first drawing pot in the first 2 groups. Moving on to Group C, and we have the Serbian team Geochatnik, another regular participant in the EHF Co-op competition. They'll be going into Group C. Moving on to Group D, and it is going to be FK Tuva from Latvia, second place team in the first drawing pot according to their EHF club ranking. They go into Group D. Next up is going to be Olympique de Marseille 2019 from Cyprus. They go in Group E. Group F, only 3 teams remaining, and it looks like it will be myself, FC Tortellona from Bulgaria, and they go into Group F. Only 2 teams. Let's see which team will go in Group G, and it's the Norwegian Legio, or Legio, should I say. And finally, just 1 team in Group H, and that is the English side, Big Black Violators, and they go into Group H. So that's the first drawing pot completed. Those are the teams. You can see them on your screens. And Group A, CFK, and Group B, Castanelli. Group C, Gyurchatnik. Group D, we have Tuva, Olympique Marseille. Group E, in Group F is Tortellona. Group G, Legio. And Group H, we have the Violators from England. So moving on to the second drawing pot, we have teams placed from position 9 up until position number 16. I will go through them really quickly. It's the Web Fellows from Switzerland. We have Parma from Croatia, NK Mango from Slovenia, Lir from Romania. We have Hapoel from Israel. We have SV2 from Suriname. We have the Identity Shakers, another English team. We have Cabeça de Malau from Portugal, and this is the last team in that drawing pot. So without further ado, let's start spinning the wheel once again, and let's see which team will be joining CFKA in Group A, and that is going to be the Identity Shakers. So ID going straight into Group A alongside the Irish team CFKA. So we have a British derby, should I say. Moving on to Group B, let's see which team will join the Canadian side, Castanelle de Mentiale. And it is Cabeça de Melao from Portugal, the bottom place team in that drawing pot, against the top place team from the first pot. So an interesting draw there. In Group C, let's see which team will join the Serbian Gyurchatnik, and it is going to be NK Mango from Slovenia on position number 11, NK Mango 28, another regular participant. Up next we have Group D, where we have the Latvian FK Tuva, and they will be joined by the Web Fellows from Switzerland. So they go into Group D. Next up in Group E, there will be Hapoel from Tel Aviv. So Hapoel will be joining Olympique de Marseille from Cyprus. Next up is Group F. Let's see which team will join Group F, and it's the Croatian AC Parma. So AC Parma 2018 will be joining the Bulgarian FC Tortellona in Group F. Balkan Derby. In Group G, only two teams remaining, and it's going to be SV number 2 from Suriname, and they will be joining Legio and E Germanica from Norway. And finally, in Group H, we have only one team left, and it is FC Lier from Romania, and they will be joining the Violators from England. So FC Lier on position number 12. They go into Group H. So there you have it. The second drawing pot is completed. We have the groups in Group A, CFK and the Identity Shakers. Group B, Castanelle and Cabeça. Group H, it's Gyurchatnik and Mango. Group D, Tuva and the Web Fellows. In Group E, we have Olympique Marseille and Hapoel. Group F, Tortellona and Parma. In Group G, Legio and SV. And in Group H, we have the Violators and FC Lier. So that's with the second drawing pot, and now it's time to move on with the third drawing pot. But before we start, I'll just go through all of the teams really quickly. We have OB Heroes from England. We have FC Grappa players from Costa Rica. We have Ervan Hattrick Club from France. We have Pitskon from Finland. We have Krendos from Estonia. Rifraf from Luxembourg, Ritech from Croatia, and Rapi Barca or Barca from Romania. No, that's Belgium. Sorry, the colors on my monitor are just mixed up. So that's Belgium. Anyways, now let's move on with the draw, the third drawing pot. We have a few newcomers here. And the first drawn team is FC Grappa players. So FC Grappa players from Costa Rica will be going into Group A. Next up is Group D. Let's see which team will go in the second group of the tournament. And it is Rapid Barca from Belgium. They go into Group B. Moving on to Group C, let's see which team will be going in that group, and it is Riffraff from Luxembourg. And they will be going into Group C. Next up is Group D, where we have Tuva and Web Fellows. Let's see which team will join them, and it's Erwan from France, or Ervan or Erwan, not sure really, but they'll be going into Group D. Now moving on to Group E, where we have Olympique Marseille and Hapoel, and they will be joined by Pitskun Punaset from Finland. Group F, let's see which team will play against me, and it is Ritech. From Croatia. So two Croatian teams in that group alongside with the Bulgarian team. Very interesting one. Moving on to Group G. Only two teams remaining from that drawing pot. And it is OB Herons from England. They will be joining Legio and SV2 in Group G. Finally, only one team left in that drawing pot, and that is FC Krendos 3 from Estonia, and they will be joining the Big Black Violators and FC Lier from Romania. So the third drawing pot is completed as well. You can see all the teams on your screens. I won't go through the groups. I will do it after we finish up with the fourth drawing pot. And before we start with the fourth drawing pot, I'll just go through all of the teams in that drawing pot. So a bunch of difficult names here, but let's see how I'll handle them. So we have Saletova from Bosnia and Herzegovina. The cat is in the sack, Trapattoni from Ireland. We have Želva from Slovenia, Neutral Ground FC from the US, Antwerp Rovers from Kyrgyzstan, I think that is. Not sure. Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. We have Shutos Noukou from Switzerland. We have Numo Football Club from France and Sepoy FC from France. So two French teams in the drawing pot. And there's a chance that one of them could join the other French club, FC Ervan Football Club, which is a hat-trick club, sorry, which is in Group D currently. But before that, let's see which team will join the other three teams in Group A to complete the group. And it is one of the French teams, Numo Football Club. And they will be playing alongside CFKA, the Identity Shakers, and Grappa players. So Group A is complete. Now time to draw the fourth team in Group B. And that's a close one, but NK Želva from Slovenia will be playing with Rapid Barca, Cabeza de Melao, and Castanele de Ventiale from Canada. So Group B is completed. Let's see which team will go in Group C. And another close one, but it's Schutos. Schutos, and they are from Switzerland. And they will be joining Rifra from Luxembourg, Mango from Slovenia, and Geochatnik from Serbia. Now, time to draw the fourth team in Group D. They will join FK Tuva, Webfellows, and Ervan. And that is the French team, Sepoy FC. And we have a French derby in this group. So Sepoy FC alongside Ervan, Hattrick Club, Webfellows, and FK Tuva. Now, Group E. Let's see which team will go in Group E. And that is the Bosnian Saletova Kaznena Expedicija 09. I think I got this right. But they will be playing alongside Olympique Marseille, Hapoel, and Pitskon in this group. Now let's see in Group F which team will complete the group. Two Croatian teams, one Bulgarian team, and a team from Kyrgyzstan, Antwerp Rovers. So one of the non-European teams in the competition this season. Of course, owned by a Belgian manager, who is another regular participant in the EHF club competitions. Two teams left in that drawing pot. Let's see which team will go in Group G, and that is going to be the Cat is in the Sack Trapattoni from Ireland. And they will be joining OB Herons from England, SV2 from Suriname, and Legio from Norway. And finally, only one team left on the wheel, and that is Neutral Ground FC from the US. There you have it. And there they are. I had a struggle finding them, but there they are. Neutral Ground FC, FC Krendos, Lear from Romania, and the Violators from England. Complete Group H. So there you have it. The draw is completed. Now I will just quickly go through all of the groups. In Group A, we have CFKA FL Oliver from Ireland, the Identity Shakers from England, Grappa Players, and the Numo Football Club. We have Group B with Castanele, Cabeza, Rapi Barça, and Jelva. We have Group C with Georchatnik, NK Mango, Rifraf, and Shutos Nuku. Group D is with FK Tuva, Webfellows, Arvan Hattrick Club, Sepoy FC. And in Group E, we have Olympique Marseille, Hapoel, Tel Aviv, Pitskon, and Saletova. In Group F, we have myself, FC Tortolona, alongside with two Croatian teams, Parma and Ritech. And the fourth team in that group is Antwerp Rovers. In Group G, we have Legio, SV2, OB Herons, and the Cat is in the Sack, Trapattoni from Ireland. So another British derby here with an English team and an Irish team. And finally in Group H, we have the Violators, FC Lear, Krendos, and Neutral Ground FC. And with that, the group stage draw for the 37th edition of the EHF Europa Cup is completed. Once again, I remind you not to schedule any friendlies for next week, because next week is the first group stage round of the competition, and the matches will be arranged automatically tomorrow morning. If your match isn't scheduled automatically, please do not accept any challenges. We'll do our best to arrange it for you. And if we have, of course, any technical difficulties, because that has happened previously before, we'll be in touch with you with further instructions. And don't worry, you won't stay without a friendly. You won't lose any training. You have a friendly match next week, no matter what. So stay tuned if your match isn't scheduled on time tomorrow morning, but I hope there won't be any technical difficulties and all the matches will be arranged without any problems. So with that, I wish all of you best of luck in the competition. May the best team win. Of course, I will try to be competitive this season because I'm playing in the fifth division in the country, which is the lowest one, and probably I could arrest my best players in the league and try to be as competitive as I could in the EHF Europa Cup this season. So best of luck to my opponents as well, but I hope that I would be able to qualify for the knockout stage. Also, the results of the draw will be published in the Hat-Trick forum in the official thread of the competition, and as well as on the EHF website, which you can see behind me is available. You'll see the link on your screen as well. It's ehf.football. And of course, you can just select the EHF Europa Cup and you'll see all the details about the competition. Also, feel free to have a look around on the website. If you're new to the federation, you can, of course, join. And I will also appreciate if you rate the EHF application on the CHPP apps with 5 stars because yeah, if I manage to get into the top 10 CHPP apps, I'll get a nice price from the HTs, and it will be like a support from your side to me, and a little bit more motivation for myself. Not that I'm lacking such, but still. Anyways, enough talking. I'm starting to talk nonsense now, but yeah, thank you very much for watching. Best of luck once again to all participating teams and to all those who are participating in the EHF Pseudo Champions League, which has started last week. Um, Actually, this week was the first round. Best of luck to them as well, and also best of luck to all the others who are watching this and are part of the EHF organization. Yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.